Hope everyone's doing well. My name is EQ and welcome to Stonkaholics. This video is very exciting for me. Today we're going to learn how to make money consistently, how to risk properly, and how to trade like the pros would trade. Now the ultimate goal in trading like this is to hit a risk-free trade. That would mean putting a stop loss at your entry position so that if you do hit your stop loss, you break even, aka you can break even a million times and not lose any money. This is a great strategy for all beginner traders or anyone that's looking to strengthen their short-term trading strategies, or even anyone that's just learning how to trade futures in general. Stick to the end and you'll be learning a lot. If you're outside of the US, you can use Binance for your futures trading. Now, if you're inside the US, unfortunately, you won't be able to have access to this. So if you're inside of the US, you'll have to use KuCoin. Now, I know some states are restricted on KuCoin as well, like New York and Texas, so just make sure to check with your jurisdictions and see if it is available for you. So once you've gone through and created your KuCoin account, you're going to want to go to Derivatives and go to Futures Pro. First, you want to make sure you have money inside of your actual futures account. Now, we can see that I am in two trades. I'm in a long on ADA and AVE at the moment, and we are up on both positions. And you can see this is the entry price at 333, and my stop loss is at 334, as well as 1.37, and I have a 1.37 stop loss. Both of these are going to be break even if I hit a stop loss, so I don't have any risk on these trades. And if they go to the moon, they go to the moon. So the first thing I'm going to want to do in this situation is go to TradingView. When I'm in TradingView, my favorite algorithm to use is the StonkBot. I'll have a link in the description to get access to the StonkBot. We have a free 3-day trial on the StonkBot in case you wanted to try it out. It's also a part of our ultimate trading package that comes with VIP Discord, 10% off apparel, the StonkBot, and a bunch of other things, so make sure to check that out. If you want to try StonkBot risk-free, make sure to go to stonkaholics.com and enter your email and sign up. There's no credit card or anything like that, and you'll be able to try it for 72 hours. We have faith that once you actually try the algorithm, you're going to want to keep it and use it long term. Now, when I'm looking at this chart of Bitcoin on the 30-minute, for example, I can see that our SO RSI just pulled into the oversold area, while our actual RSI is sitting high in a bullish standing. Now, we had a buy signal down here, and as we start to see this turn orange, we're starting to see more green come back. That would make this area a divergence area and a continuation, and hopefully we look to see to continue this pattern upwards. Now, based on the previous moves and previous historical data, I'm looking at 40.2 as a major resistance if we make it up to that point, or even up to this 40.4 range. Now, let's say I think that this is going to continue to move up and I want to enter a long position on Bitcoin. I can go back to KuCoin. Now, you can see I have 447 in here, and we have around $160 in the trades currently, so that's going to be around $600 or so. If you're in our Discord group, you know that this is part of our $10 to $10,000 futures challenge. So right now we're up around 60 times on our original investment, which we started right at the start of this dip because we didn't want to mess with our hold. We don't want to mess with our long-term bag, so instead of that, we went into the futures challenge and we wanted to make money scalping and doing short-term positions while the market was moving sideways. And going 60 times in a sideways channel is pretty insane. It's not an easy feat to pull off, so congrats to anyone in our Discord group that's been crushing it and making a lot of these trades. Now, I want to set a limit, so you can either go with the last price or a set buy value. Now, for this sake and purpose, I'm going to hit this lightning bolt, which is going to make it buy at market. So for this example, we're going to start with 0.001. That's going to be the smallest amount of Bitcoin you can buy on KuCoin. So you can see if I wanted to buy 0.001 of Bitcoin, it's going to cost me around $40. Now, the easiest way to explain how leverage works is how much you're actually borrowing from other people. Now, when I bring my leverage down to 1, you can see my cost for this trade is going to be $40. Which is this plus the actual trading tax or trading fees, whatever you want to call them. Now, every time I add an extra addition, it's going to cut what I want to pay into a portion. So times 2, it's going to drop to $20. Times 3 is going to be a little bit less than that. Now, I can go all the way up to times 100. That basically means the amount that I'm borrowing from people, but it also means how fast I can liquidate this trade. So on 100 times, price only needs to move 1% away from where I'm going. So let's say I'm trying to long this position. If price drops 1%, this will liquidate automatically. So please trade responsibly. I don't usually go anywhere over 10. I like to sit in between 5 to 10. More than likely, I sit at 5 to 8. If I'm very confident, I go to 10. But for this, we want to go with times 4. So the cost of this trade is going to be $10 for a times 4 leverage. Now, once we have all of that set up, you can either hit buy, which is going to add a long position, or you can sell, which is going to add a short position. Short position means that you would make money as price goes down. A long position would mean that you make money as price goes up. And for the sake of this video, we're going to buy long, and you can confirm this price value. And you can see once you submit the order, we got submitted and filled. And now we can see our BTC order down here with our other long positions. Now to add a stop loss on this position, what I would do is go back to our stock bot. I would look for one of our lower supports. So a less risky option will be at this 39.3 area, and a more risky option for hitting a stop loss at the beginning, it's going to be around 39.5. So let's do it there for now. We'll go 39.5. So stop loss. I like to do mark price. Now, if you want to get an easy guesstimate on your stop losses, you can hit these percentages. So this is telling you if price drops 5% from where it is currently, that's going to be 39,000, and you'll be losing 49 cents on the trade. Now, the higher you go up, the more you're going to be losing. So let's put this around 39,500, and that's going to be all the way down here, and we're not losing much. This isn't a trade that I'm looking to make a lot of money off of. This is an instructional video. So I've added my stop loss on here. So if you're doing this on the computer, sometimes it won't show your stop loss right away. Once you hit enter, you might have to refresh your browser, and then after you refresh, you can see it did pop up. So now what we want to be seeing is for this to get into the green area and to be going into the positive realm. Once it starts going positive and we get enough room, so for example, once price from where we are now gets over this 40,000 range, then we can move our stop loss up and put it into our break-even profit area. You see we just closed out on one of our trades while we were doing this video because the market was dipping. Now it's a break even, so I didn't lose anything on it, which is fine. And now I can revisit that and look for another trade entry, or see if I need to move on to another project, or maybe revisit my strategy as a whole. So it's a nice way to keep yourself in check. And I'm glad you guys were able to see that live as I executed that when we dropped down, and how fast that happens. You see this only took a couple minutes for this to drop, and from that we're getting a lot of this drop, but we're still up, and we don't stress because it's risk-free, so I don't care about that. And now you officially know how to get into futures trades and how to use a stop loss. Now let's take another example real quick before we get out of here, just so you know why I was using certain positions as stop losses. We're going to look at DOT really fast and go over this as an example, as if I wanted to enter this as another trade. So on the stock bot 30 minute, we are getting a sell signal, but at the same time the STO is pulling down, but the market as a whole wants to come down, and this is looking like a double top right now. So let's say we want to short DOT, for example. We're going to keep a tight stop loss. So where I would be putting my stop loss for DOT is where the candles haven't been yet, so ideally right in this general area, because if it breaks over this, it's going to be an all-time high from this current position. And when it does that, that's going to be a good sign for me to get out. It's going to be around 19.6. So if I want to go back to here, scroll up, we can go to DOT. So the good thing about having our break-even stop loss as well is that now that that trade executed and closed, I have that money back, and I have it as tradable money, so I can easily get back into a trade. Now, the way that I put my stop losses and my break evens is a little bit higher so that it can cover the actual trading fees of the fees going into the actual trades. So I'm really not losing any money. Now we're going to take this to DOT USDT. Now we saw what DOT was doing. We want to go short. Let's say I want to do 0.0. So let's just do one DOT. It's going to cost us $9. That's the most that we can risk on the trade is $9. If we liquidate, it's only going to be that $9. It's not going to be our total account, which is nice. So I can add my short on DOT. Now I have my order in waiting for it to execute. We just got the execution on DOT. Now I can go back to my stock bot, see 19.642 is going to be my stop loss. Stop lot this at 19.642. You're only going to be risking 68 cents. Oh no, please don't lose that. All right, and now we have our stop loss here. The reason why I don't put take profits is because I don't want to cap the trades. That's not something I like to do in general, because when you cap it, you could take some profit here and there, but I wouldn't cap your entire trade. So as we can save this for another video, come into our Discord group, but when you get to TP1, you could take some profit, TP2, shave some profit, and hopefully get the last play into TP3 with the remaining money, so you're not getting any FOMO or missing out. And if it dips back down, you have a trailing stop loss at TP1 or TP2. And that's going to wrap up this first video. We're going to be releasing more tutorial videos. In the upcoming videos, it'll be more about the entries and exits and things like that. If you want to learn more about this now, make sure to come join our Discord group. Come sign up for our ultimate trading package, get access to our academy, our Discord, our trades, the stock bot, and everything through that. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, anything like that, that'll be greatly appreciated, and we'll catch you on the next one.